Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I'm Barbara Joseph, and I'm coming to you from Central Maine. And I've got a great group of folks that are collaborating with me this evening. Suzanne Steele from New Hampshire, Bob Stallalonis and Angie Patino from Southern Maine, and Nancy Lynn Bloom from Florida. So we come together and we collaborate. We are all independent Nikken consultants and entrepreneurs. And there was something that intrigued us, that led us to explore and discover this way of life that we consider a better way to live a life in balance. And we're very passionate. We have a purpose. The company Nikken that we're partnered with is mission-oriented and purpose-driven, and we really are all about enriching lives. And it starts with our own life, and it ripples out to our family and our friends, and then it becomes global, and it is about uplifting the planet and the world. And all companies and all people need to earn an income and profits, and we're rewarded and are able to share prosperity by helping other people, the environment, lifestyle, and health in all these key critical areas. So, what would it look like if you were able to live a life with health in a peaceful, engaged, inspired mind, with a healthy, fit, and active body, with quality time for your family, with the time, the energy, and the finances to contribute to your community, and of course, the finances to fuel your life in a very healthy and abundant way? Well, it sounds like a great ideal, and that's something that we actually have a solution for each one of these pillars that Mr. Isama Masuda has as a founding philosophy in 1975, 42 years ago, for living a life in balance. The reality in this day and age, though, there is a lot of stress, and people are always juggling their time and their energy with their families and their interests and their careers, and they don't really have time to relax and enjoy and settle down with the things that they love because they're always trying to make ends meet. I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me that finances are the number one source of stress, but why is that? Well, there's 3 money strategies, and they all do create different results. And the one that most people are familiar with is called M1. And you go to school, you get good grades, you get a job, and you become an employee. And you get to earn an income, which is great, but your income is always limited by your time, by your energy, and by your employer. Now, I was self-employed for many years in a wonderful career, and I realized that I was still trading my time for dollars, and I was looking for a way to have more time, more money, more freedom, but also still add value to people, the planet, and the world. So I wasn't sure how to do that, but I was open. So the second way to earn money is to have money, to invest to make money. And most people don't have the know-how or the resources to do that. Warren Buffett is someone who's at the top of the mountain with that way of earning money. And M3 is a way that is available. Now, in society today, you can leverage your time and compound your efforts through others to make money. And you can become an M3 money strategy where you can earn this reproductive residual income. And some ways are risky to do that, and other ways have low risk and low investment. So we're going to introduce you to that as we move along. And Suzanne is going to introduce how the economy is changing from our old way of trading time for dollars.
Thank you, Barbara. Yes, it is a new way. It's called the gig economy. It's a concept that started in the music industry where musicians would go and play gigs on the weekends or at night. And that was something that they were passionate about. They enjoyed it. It was a new way of them to earn an additional source of money. So most of us were brought up in getting that job, as Barbara said, and working for a company for many years, and then retiring from that company when you wanted to. But that is no longer the case. Many people, including myself, I started out as a full-time IT employee. I was introduced to this company because I was in a car accident, hurt myself, and I felt relief that first night, which you'll hear a little bit more about later. But what I've found is that this has created a part-time gig for me and has turned into a full-time gig because I was outsourced by that corporate job. This slide is speaking to the idea that there are people that are plugging in to this gig economy, whether in a part-time or a full-time basis, and creating that work-life balance. And it's much more cost efficient for the employers to have people plugging in and out and enjoying that mobility.
Yes, I think it's flexibility and mobility. The millennials and the young people are really looking for that. And the baby boomers can't afford to retire, so they're looking for something as well. So it's really become the buzzword. So those are kind of the economic facts, but what about what's happening with our health these days? Well, finance is the number one source of stress. Stress is the leading cause of disease, and it impacts heart, diabetes, weight, allergies, and sleep. So I'm sure you know people, possibly yourself, that may not get a good night's sleep, and you do. You feel kind of drugged and logy and not really at the top of your game, and your immune system is compromised. So those are some lifestyle challenges, and environmentally, outdoor air is polluted, but the air in our homes is much more polluted than outdoors with outgassing, chemical toxins and pollutants. And of course, we spend most of our time indoors. And water is on the front page of all newspapers and radio reports because bottled water is recently found to have plastic particles that release BPAs that are linked to causing cancer and endocrine disruptors. Municipal water is contaminated with chlorine, and well water has a whole host of pollutants in it. People use filtered water and it's acidic, and the bottled waters are, of course, an environmental hazard. So we're really at risk with lifestyle, environment, and economy. It creates a body burden, and unfortunately, our young children are already being born into this world with more than 150 toxins in their bloodstream. They're also at risk because of technology and Wi-Fi, which is, of course, a current problem, and it disrupts our normal magnetic field and frequency, and it creates a weakness. So therefore, there's more obesity, less exercise, less nutrition, and a whole host of challenges that are really sad to see. So fortunately, there is an answer, and we call it active wellness, and that people can be healthy by choice, not by chance. And we have a choice that encompasses every aspect of being healthy and well. And it's about personal responsibility and self-care. Every day, we all get to make choices, and those choices over time become habits and behaviors that are going to steer us in a direction. So if we choose things that don't serve us well, whether it's our thoughts, the food that we eat, the careers that we're involved with, if we're stressed and anxious, then we're going to pay the price. And if we choose one small choice step at a time to make a change and eat well, have a positive attitude, and look for things that inspire and engage us, we're going to be uplifted. And every change we make impacts not only ourselves, but all those people around us and the planet. So it's a leveraging and compounding effect that starts with us. Nikken has developed over time as a research and development company a certified Nikken Wellness Home, which I live in and I adore. And it really is a simple way to live by bringing nature, which of course we all adore when we're out in the sun and with the fresh air and with pure water and the energy and light of the sun. And it makes us feel really good. Yet when we're living in this modern world, we don't really have access to that. So we're going to discover a way whereby sitting standing, sleeping, drinking, breathing, you can have the best in air, water, sleep, light, and nutrition, and be able to have these healthy choices that are going to make a huge impact in your life, your health and your well-being, and also your finances. So Angie's going to introduce us to nutrition and skincare.
Yes, my name is Angie, and I'm a registered nurse of 30 plus years. So we know that our body needs very good nourishment, and why not start with natural and organic? And at this stage in our lives, we're traveling a lot, so this is extremely convenient. We start with the J green zyme, which is baby barley, and that nourishes up throughout the day. And the KBB is so convenient because you can pack it and put it in your, in water or almond milk, things of that nature. It really is very tasty and gives a great deal of sustenance. And our skin is our largest organ. Therefore, it's very important to keep it, to protect it and take good care of it because of everything, all the pollutants that are around us. Nikken's skincare is organic and it is soft for the skin. It really helps the body stay healthy and supple. I just had a 70th birthday, and people can't believe that I'm at that age, and I know that it's the Nikken Health skincare.
That's wonderful. And I know you also live in a Nikken Wellness Home and use all of the other products because they just like support us so well, and we don't have to really do anything except use them. And we have a whole host of other immunity and bone and joint health and a whole range of wonderful supplements. So Nancy's going to talk about our PyMag.
Hi, I'm Nancy, and I'm going to talk about the PyMag water. I'm very excited about it. I recently moved my wellness home from New Hampshire, where I would put my well water through the waterfall system. And even though it was well water, it had a lot of high iron and high minerals. So by putting it through the waterfall, I was able to alkalize the water and be healthy. And as Angie said, skin is our largest organ, and we need to hydrate that. And we can hydrate that by drinking it. And I carry the bottle when I travel, and when I'm on the golf course, I put any water in there, and I have alkalized PyMag water wherever I am. And by showering in it, we have 2 shower systems, and by showering in it, it doesn't dry. And I'm now in Florida, where there's chlorine and a lot of chemicals in the water. And I do know when my husband's filter is out, he says, "I'm itching, give me the filter." And he knows that his water is not healthy anymore. So by using all these systems with the water, your body is being hydrated and alkalized.
And isn't it nice to be able to use that prevention so that we can be healthy by choice, because we won't be if we leave it to chance. Thanks, Nancy. And Bob, you've got some great stories.
Yes, hi, I'm Bob, former software consultant, and the Nikken energy products are terrific, like the seat or the shoe inserts. All of these products essentially help you to stay in the game. I've been an athlete all my life, and I injured my back shoveling snow in my 30s, and I had been a marathoner. I'd run 5 marathons, but that curtailed my running career until Nikken came along. Angie introduced these products to me, and I used the sleep technology as well as the magnetics in my lower back where I had the injury, as well as shoes, and I was able to run the Chicago Marathon 6 years ago with my middle son, which is just a tremendous accomplishment. Shows how Nikken helped to stay in the game. I have a customer who's in his 70s, and he was challenged with balance issues, and he also had discomfort in his feet. He used those shoe inserts, and he says he doesn't want to be without them because he's much more stable, and the foot discomfort has been dramatically reduced. So the Nikken energy products help you stay in the game.
And I really just want to say this right here. They're leading edge science-based, making sustainable changes that improve lives. And I believe that we all have more vitality and youth than we did 10 or 15 years ago when we were first introduced to these solutions. So since they are so amazing, everybody usually wants to start somewhere, and everybody does that with whichever product seems to best fit their needs. And of course, just like when you read a great book or a movie, if you love it, you want to share it with other people. And as you can tell, that's what happened to all of us. And as we share the products, we can also invite people to know about a financial gain, because people are looking and interested to earn more income. And people are also looking to be connected with a cause and a purpose that's meaningful. And I think you'll agree that we have one. We're giving people a chance to have better health, more time, better lifestyle, energy, and freedom. So, starting somewhere, connecting, and Nikken takes care of all the inventory, the research and development, innovating new products, doing all of the paperwork, and then they very nicely deposit money in your account on the 15th of the month, and it's multiple sources of income, because as you share with other people, you have customers and you have other people who partner with you as colleagues. And as you work together, everyone helps each person achieve their goals on all levels. And Suzanne's going to talk about that.
I really love this slide because it is talking about leveraging and compounding, working together to achieve more. And that is what we do. We work as a team. As you see tonight, whether you're watching this live or in the recording, most of us do not necessarily financially benefit by working together. But as a whole group, we support the global mission of making a bigger impact. So unlike some traditional jobs and businesses where it doesn't work to give everyone all of your secrets or help others attain where you are, in this business, we certainly want every new person to not only get to where we are, we want them to surpass us.
It really is a wonderful community and culture of unique, diverse people that collaborate and care. And that was one thing for myself, being in a sole proprietor of an energy healing practice where I was making a difference in people's lives in the world. But to work together as a community and have a larger impact, it's like seeds of greatness are within all of us. And from that, we can spread and become a community and a world. And I know Suzanne is also going to speak to this slide, but we help others realize their potential.
It is all about potential. And for many of us, one big piece of this business has been the personal development that we've all gotten, this free education that we've learned. There are just a few seeds in every apple, but every seed can become millions of apples in years to come. So those apples, we can look at this as wellness, that we're growing wellness by sharing tonight what you've learned. It's up to you whether or not you want to plant those seeds and make a bigger impact.
And when we talk about wellness, what's so brilliant and beautiful is that it's in the 5 pillars. So the question is, how is your work-life balance? Would you be interested to have a better quality of life, a better income, more joy, community, and more effective with that leveraging and compounding as versus trading your time for dollars? So we invite you to think about those 5 pillars of health and which 1 or 2 may be out of balance. And if there's anything that has caught your interest this evening, this is one part of investigating. We'd love for you to be able to communicate with other people and to get the products demonstrated, because they fuel our business. They work so quickly and so well. And the time is ripe for what we have as solutions, because people are looking for better health, more finances, and connection. People, planet, and profit. So thank you so much for your time, your attention, and your consideration.